Hello and welcome. My name is Joe Davis. I'm the developer of ClientWise. ClientWise is a database program that's been put together for the management of clients that are associated with appointment-based businesses such as hairdressers, beauty salons, dental practices, bed and breakfasts, and so forth. In this video I'm going to demonstrate to you how you actually create a client. It's quite a simple process, and the thinking behind this program is to make all the procedures as simple as possible, yet the package itself is very functional and quite sophisticated in what it can actually do for you. So to create a new client, you place the mouse pointer over the new client button, which is on the toolbar, and click. You'll notice now that a dialog box has popped up asking for a client number. It's actually put a client number in there for you. It just takes that from the last client number that was entered. The reasoning for this is that you may be running a loyalty scheme within your business, in which case the cards can be pre-printed with numbers, and then you can just simply pull a card out and then type the number directly from the card into this dialog box. But for now we'll just accept the number that's been produced for us. You click OK. You will now see that the background has changed to a light blue color, indicating that you're in edit mode. That client number has gone into this box, this text box at the top. Underneath you've got a date for the registered date of the client. That's when they actually came onto this system. Again, that is useful to know because you can then produce reports showing how many new clients you've had over a period of time. Under the registered client now, we've got the title field, so we'll just select a title for this new client. So Mrs., and then we'll put in their first name, so Sarah, and then we'll tab or press the enter key to move on to the next field, and then we'll put in Lewis as the last name. The gender can either be obviously female or male, so if I just type F and then press enter, it then capitalizes it, and then we're into the date of birth field. So I'll put a date of birth in. Again, the date of birth is not mandatory, so if you don't have that, then you can just simply leave it blank. So I'll just put in a date now of the 12th of the 2nd, 1979, and press enter. You will immediately notice now that the age of the person has been calculated. In this case now it's 32.2, which obviously are decimal years. The focus has now moved on to the referral field. Again, this is useful information to you over time. If maybe you've run an advertising campaign and you've put an advert in the local paper, or you've done a mail shot, then you would like to know what sort of response you've had from that, and then you can then select. Again, this is an editable list, so whatever you've put into the list can be selected. So it could have been that Sarah was a recommendation, or she could have come to your business as a result of a mail shot, or having placed an advert in a magazine. So let's say that this is a recommendation by another of your clients. Then we are now into the company field. Again, this is potentially not applicable, so you just leave it blank. You're then into the address lines for the client. So you've got address line 1, address line 2, town, county, and postcode. So let's just put in an address there. So I'll just make up one off the top of my head. So 12 Fox Hollows. The area of the town could be Brintirian, and then the town itself. Again, I can click on this drop list and select it from the list, or alternatively, if I just type B for Bridgend or S for Swansea, it'll then bring it up automatically, and then as soon as I press enter, it then seals it in the text box. I'll just type M for Mid Glamorgan and then press enter, and so it's a quick way of actually entering in data without having to fully type the word or that you're looking for. If I now put in a postcode, so SA 12 and then 4 TR. Okay, press enter. The focus has now moved on to the first telephone number, and then so I'll just again make up a number 07920 and then 1456321, and then we'll come on to the second telephone number box. This time I'll put in a mobile phone number which in the UK starts with 07. So it's 07 123 456 8789, something like that. Okay, and pressing enter moves the focus now onto the email field. So let's say Sarah's got an email address with Gmail, so sarah.lewis@gmail.com. There we go. This button here on the right hand side, if I were to click that, it will then take me either into Microsoft Outlook or whatever email client I'm running on my computer, and then I can send an email immediately to Sarah. These two tick boxes here, send auto text alerts and subscribe to emails, what these are for, I'll just tick them both now. Send auto text alerts is again a very useful function within the system. If the person would like to be alerted or as a reminder for their appointment, you can tick this box here, and then 1 day or 2 days, depending on how you've set it, they will receive a reminder about their appointment. So normally that would be like 1 day beforehand, so it's then fresh in their memories for the following day. So these text messages will only be sent to 07 numbers, in other words mobile phone numbers. Subscribe to emails, again this is very useful if they decide they would like to receive emails from you. If you've got any special offers or any marketing information that you want to send to them quickly, then you can send out a mass email, and you can then filter out all those that are subscribing to your emails, and then you can then just keep them updated as to the news that you have for them. You've got a status field then next. Again, these statuses that I've set up, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, you can set up whatever description you like for these statuses. This may or may not be a useful field to you, in which case you don't need to use it. But I've just got these ones just so I can show you how it changes colour as well. There's bronze, there's silver, there's gold, and we've got platinum, which is just a bit of a blue colour. So if I just set them up as a bronze, again that could be useful if you want to categorize your customers, your clients, with any sort of future benefits. Then you've got a comment field that you can use for just general comments that you care to make about the client, and that then sticks with their record. Right, once you've entered in all the header information for the client, then you click on the Save button, and then that then commits it to the database. If I was to now lose the client, so if I just click on my All Clients button down here to bring all my clients up, then if I click on, in fact look, it looks as though I've got Sarah Lewis in here a second time, so I should have checked that before I did it. So I'll just edit and delete that one. So I'm just going to show you how I can delete a client. So you just select them, click on edit, click on delete, and yes, and they're gone. So there's just the one Sarah Lewis showing now. I think when I did a dry run earlier on, I must have put Sarah in the first time round. So here we go then. If I'm looking for a particular client, I can click inside this Find Client box and type in Sarah, because there could obviously be thousands of clients in here. So if you're looking for a person by the name of Sarah, you just type in the name, press enter, or click on the Find button, and there she is. So if I click on her there, it then brings up the details in the header section for the client. Okay, so that's how you can create a client. That's how you can delete a client if necessary. Let's hope you're not doing too much of that. And I'm now going to demonstrate to you how you can add an appointment to the system. Right, if you notice, you've got these two buttons here to the left hand side here. One is called day view, 1 day view, and then you've got a 7-day view. As you can see, when I click between them both, you've got either a single day that you can look at, or a 7-day view, so the full week, which is again just gives you like a broad view of a situation for any given week, so you can see all your appointments all together there. Right. So the first thing now that would happen is that maybe Sarah would make a phone call. She'd be ringing you up and asking now for an appointment. So the first thing you do is ask them a question. Well, when do you want the appointment? You'd click on the relevant day. So let's say it was the 15th of June. It's a Wednesday. As soon as you click on that day, it will then immediately take you to that week in your 7-day view. Or if I click on 1-day view, it's taking you to that particular day, and if there were any other appointments on that day, you would then see them there in front of you. So you can then make a judgment, you know, have I got a time slot for Sarah? So let's, in this case now, there are no other appointments, so we're going to now create the appointments for Sarah. So the next question you got for her is what time would you like to come in? So let's say she wants to come in for 11:30. So you place the pointer over that time cell for 11:30 and simply double click. Click, click, and the appointment has immediately appeared. The name of the client goes into the top of the time bar. Lewis, which is the surname followed by the first name, and also the color of the time bar denotes the default operator or technician that's going to be dealing with Sarah. Also, one of the settings is that you can adjust is that it puts in a 30-minute time slot. So you can see it's now gone from 11:30 to 12 o'clock. So to adjust that manually, you can click on the appointment, place the pointer on the bottom of the time bar, click and drag, and then you can increase or decrease the appointment accordingly. So as you can see, I've increased that now to 1 o'clock. The other thing that you can do here as well is by clicking on the appointment to select it, and then put the pointer on the top of the time bar, which is that blue dark blue line, and click and drag, and I can then move the appointment to a different start time. So in this case now I've moved it to start at 10:30, and obviously it's brought the end time down to 12 o'clock. Right, as soon as I click away from the appointment, it then goes back to that graduated color. Another thing you can do here as well is, like, if you want to set a status for the appointment, there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can either click on the appointment and then right click, and then you can set either some text in there. So I'll just put in highlights required. So that's whatever text you care to enter can be placed there. And let's say now it's a confirmed appointment. So you click on confirmed, click OK, and there we have it. You'll notice now that this little marker has appeared on the top of the appointment bar next to the client's name. If you want to see the details more fully for the appointment, then you can simply double click the appointment, and then up pops this dialog box, and you can change, in fact you can actually change the client for the appointment. You can change the date for the appointment if necessary. You can change the arrival time, you can change the duration of the appointment, you can change the technician who's going to be dealing with this client as well. You can also change the status here, you can add additional comments, and also we can put in what the requirements are for this particular appointment. So you can actually preset what it is they're going to be billed for. So let's say you've asked the question, what is it that you're wanting done, and then you can click on this drop list and select, in this case let's go for full head foils, and we'll go for an intensive conditioning, and we'll go for a scalp massage, and maybe she wants to buy some, like a manicure set. You know, she's maybe asked, you know, do you do a manicure set there? Yeah, and so she'll buy one of them. So you can, as well as treatments, you can put products onto your list. And it could be that she's bringing a child along who also needs to have their hair trimmed, and so I've just put in several items there now. There's 5 items in total, and it's coming to a total of £63. Nothing has been paid yet, so we'll leave that tick box there and we'll click on save. There we go. And if ever I want to look at that information again, you just simply double click the appointment, and there you have it. Okay, so it's obviously saved all that information onto the system. Right, if I switch to 7-day view now, so you'll see the appointment there in relation to the rest of the week. If maybe Sarah now rings up on another occasion and says, look, I can't make it on the Wednesday, can we do it on the Tuesday instead? Then it's quite simple for you to actually move that appointment by clicking on the appointment, place the pointer on the top of the time bar or the appointment bar, and click and drag. And it could be now that she wants to come in at say 12 o'clock, and so I'm just going to release it there, and there you have it. Now if I double click the appointment, you'll notice that in fact I put it to 12:15 instead of 12 o'clock, so I'll just move it. I'll just make the adjustment there, and click on save, and then you'll see that it's just moved back up a notch. The increments here running in 15-minute increments, which I think is probably the best increments for this type of business. However, you can change that increments in one of the settings. That can be changed to anything from 1 minute increments through to 1 hour increments, or however you wanted to set it up. But that'll be covered in another video. So basically what we've looked at here now is how to create a client and how to create an appointment for one of your clients. We've looked at switching between the day view and the 7-day view, and if I just switch now back to client history, you can see also the information here for that particular appointment. And if Sarah is a frequent visitor to our business to have her hair done, then all of her appointments will appear there in date descending order, so it always shows the latest one on top. So if ever I need to find somebody's appointment, it's all readily accessible. Again, if I click on edit, I come straight into the details of the appointment. Now let's say for example that Sarah has she's had all these treatments done, she's paid the £63. If I now click on paid, it'll automatically give Sarah 63 loyalty points, because I've set up, again this is something that you can do yourself, I've just assigned 1 loyalty point per pound, and so it's now given Sarah 63 loyalty points. It's also marked the appointment as being completed, and if I click on save now, there's the total loyalty points. Again, it shows you a balance of the points down the bottom. It shows you a total of the sale. Again, over time you'll then see the total sales that have come from her customer as well. And if I then click on, say, a 7-day view, you'll notice that the marker, the status of the appointment, has changed to purple, indicating that it is complete. Okay, I think that's just about wraps it up then. So we've seen how you can create a client, how you can create appointments for clients, how you can adjust the appointment, and how you can make a payment for the appointment, and how that alters then things such as loyalty points, and also the status of the appointment, how that has been adjusted accordingly. Okay, so thank you for listening and for watching this video, and we hope that you will be able to use ClientWise in the running of your business. Thank you very much.